Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, today we're going to take a look at another Goblin character, still getting ready for the Talon event, if I'm saying her name properly. Probably not. But today, the next Goblin that we're going to be taking a look at is one that, well, actually the most important DPS Goblin, which is going to be Instructor Gorram. Probably murdering his name too. But still, this is a very underrated character, if I can say, because we don't hear a lot about him except from people who actually know, really the Goblin race really good. But usually this character is like a character that often overlooked, and he's actually one of the most important Goblin character in the game. So we're gonna take a look at which skill we should get to level 6 first, and in what order, and then we're gonna talk about the skill priority when we are actually fighting. Then we're gonna cover the rune stats, rune set, artifact, what stats have an artifact, and then we're gonna be showing some gameplay for arena in tier 8 raid, including my body Instructor Instructor Gorram here. So but before we get into this whole process, guys, if you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code STARCO to get $10 worth of free stuff. To do so, it is very simple. You go in the settings, you go and use the promo code, and you enter the word STARCO, STARKO. You press OK, and you will receive $10 worth of free stuff, which includes 500 drag coin and 250,000 gold, which is gonna give you a huge head start early in the game to be able to progress in a very good rate. So promo code STARCO for the goodies, guys. Now let's jump into the roster here and let's take a look at my boy Professor Instructor. Wow, Instructor Gorram here. So yeah, he has a pretty cute pig boom. I love the piggy. And when they come, they're actually pretty cool too, and they actually are very important part of this character. So let's take a look at the skills. So first we have the passive experience Instructor, increase critical damage by 40% and an additional 5% for each living half pig henchman in the party. Optimally, you can have up to 5 of them usually if you nobody die in your team, so you can get 5 by 5, 25 plus 40, 65% extra critical damage if you know at some point of the fight, which really increase the damage you're going to be able to be dealing, which is actually quite crazy. Now if you reduce that to level 5, you lose a lot of critical damage. You lose 10%, and then you lose another 5%. Well, if we count that you have 5 henchmen out there, so that's 15% critical damage. That is a huge drop. So in my opinion, this skill is going to be very important to get to level 6. Next we have the third skill, get down to work, deal 330% of physical damage to an enemy and call all living half pig henchmen to assist. Restored 1 turn of an ability to all ally half pig henchmen. Very strong ability. And if you get that down here, you lose a lot of damage, and see, instead of being guaranteed chance to actually assist, you only have an 80% chance. No, the assist is there, I mean only 80% chance to restore 1 turn of an ability to all ally half pig. So definitely this is another skill that in my opinion is going to be important to get to level 6. Then we have the Piggy Cry, summon 1 half pig henchman with 60% of Gorram health and 60% off his damage. If you go there, it's 50% and 50%. I don't think the difference is that important here. I don't think that 10% the difference in health and damage matter much here, because the pigs are not really there to do the damage. Yes, they can do good damage, but they're pretty much there to annoy the other team and actually take a beating down instead of your goblins taking a beating down. I think that's what's important. So this ability at level 5 in my opinion is totally fine. Then we have the first ability, well done, deal 240% of physical damage to an enemy, call Atom to assist if he is on the battlefield. If it's a critical, Atom gains gains talent for 1 turn. So this is an awesome skill, by the way, guys, and that means that critical chance is going to be very important on this character, obviously. And if we get that down, you can see we lose the talent from Atom. So I think this ability is very, very important to get to level 6 too. Now, in which order should we get those abilities to level 6? Definitely top priority is the Experience Instructor. That's the ability number 1 to get to level 6. Then after that, I will get this one to level 6 because it's, you know, every time you critical hit, you get a talent from Atom, and I think that's going to be very, very important process. And then you have this skill in position number 3 to get to level 6. I think that the 20% chance you're missing for restoring a turn ability on your pigs is not as important as getting the talent of Atom on a more regular basis. And then if you really want to get this skill to level 6, you can do it after you did all the other 3 skills. So priority number 1, Experience Instructor. Priority number 2, well done. And priority number 3, get down to work. So that's my priority to make that happen. Now, skill priority in fight. How do you want to play that? Well, obviously you don't use these skills if you don't have henchman out. That's basic. So before you actually get to use this skill, you need to make sure you have your second skill going, which is going to take 1 turn into the fight. So basically it's simple, guys. You use the third skill on cooldown if you have pigs out. Then you use this skill on cooldown always to get the pigs out, and then you fill with this skill, or you use these skills when there's no pig out, even though the third skill is available. And that's pretty much the basic of this character. And you can also, you have a turn that Atom does not get his talent. You can also skip the other skills and actually use this skill to try to get the talent on Atom. That's also a good possibility. A very simple character to play. What you want to have is as many minions as possible, so you can get as much damage as possible with them. And also in phase 4 of the raid, this character is very important because he will be removing a lot of shield from the dragon, because all the henchmen you have, they just attack so much that the shield just disappear on the Drake, and then that'll gonna be a huge advantage. Sadly, I'm not gonna be able to show phase 4 of the raid today in this video because by myself it's kind of hard to beat the first 3 phases, so that makes it very difficult. But definitely I do have a video which showcase that. If you check in my previous video, guys, when I'm covering the full goblin team against tier 8 raid, we cover phase 1 to phase 4. You can definitely check that out. It's going to be in the card in the top right corner of this video. So now we're going to talk about runes, guys. Runes, you want to maximize critical chance, but you also want to maximize his speed. You want him to attack as often as possible. So 4 speed runes with 2 critical chance is my favorite setup for him, but you could definitely go 6 critical chance rune to actually get that critical chance as high as possible. But I prefer more speed, a little bit less critical chance, since we already have 65% critical chance with this setup. Now, primaries. First primary, you want to have speed. Second primary, you want to have critical chance, obviously. And third primary, you want to have damage, because you want to do as much damage as possible. Potency is not applying any debuffs, so potency is worthless on this character. Now, secondary stat, what stats do you want to focus? It's pretty simple. Speed number 1, critical chance number 2, damage number 3. Those are the 3 stats you want to focus on. The rest does not matter. So like you can see here, the first runes, we have speed, critical chance, 6% critical chance. That's pretty epic. Here we have critical chance with speed primary and some damage. Here we have speed, critical chance, again 4.46% critical chance. I think I have a very good secondary stats for critical chance on this character. Then here you can see we get speed, damage, and the damage. We get speed, damage, critical chance, another 4.35%. Then here we have speed, and we're actually missing the critical chance. That's actually only secondary stats we're actually missing critical chance with, but we do have speed, 10 of speed, and the damage. So you can see the pattern here, guys. Speed, critical chance is all that matter on this character. Now if we take a look at the stats here, we have 65% critical chance and we get almost 35% from the runes, so that is very, very important. And then speed as 198. Optimally you will want to get that speed around 200, but 198 is definitely pretty solid. Next, if we take a look at the artifact, guys, you can see here we have a critical damage artifact. I went critical damage because I already have so much critical chance, so I don't need it. But normally you'll want to go with critical chance artifact to actually get you know, your critical chance a little bit higher, because most people won't have won't be as lucky as I am with a critical chance secondary stat, so they will need more critical chance. But I think if you're above 60% critical chance, critical damage could actually be a very solid option to go with here. So we have this artifact, Cup of Cheer, 20% critical damage, 4000 HP, give him a little bit more survivability, as his HP, base HP is actually quite low. But again, if you do have a critical chance issue, you are better off going with the critical chance artifact. And now, guys, next we're going to be jumping in both gameplay of Arena and phase 1 of the raid. And apparently I gotta relaunch the game here. Synchronization issue, so let's do that real fast. Jump in the arena, get our ass kicked in the arena, then we're gonna go back into raid gameplay here. Okay, guys, the test server had some connection issue, but we are definitely back. So we get to do some testing here in arena, obviously. So the team we're gonna go against is gonna be, I have no idea. All those teams are going to kick my ass, so it does not really matter. Let's see if we can see position 5. No, 4, 2, and 1. So let's just going to pick one, like this one. There we go. Pick one, and we're gonna play here, and we are definitely need to bring this fella. I think it's important because that's the characters we actually taking a look at today. So let's bring this guy in there, and let's see what it can actually achieve. And we're gonna replace this guy with that because I think it's more suitable for a PvP team, arena team here. So let's jump in there. We're gonna be playing that on autoplay, and I want you guys to pay attention to what Gorram is actually going to be doing in this, the work he's actually going to be doing, which in the arena I don't expect much from him. We're going to take a look at his damage and all at the end, but yeah, we're setting that on autoplay, and we're going to take a look at what he can do. If he does not get one shot ability block, he might be able to do a little bit of work here, definitely. So first turn he does not do much because he only has his first skill available, but after that, second turn he's going to have his minion, third turn he's going to be able to do a little bit more, so hopefully that's going to do a decent job here. We can see this goblin teams actually can survive quite a lot, which we don't plan, you know, we know we're not going to be beating a meta team obviously, but still this is not a bad team in my opinion. But here what's really important is to see what kind of damage this guy can actually pull, which is not great in arena, to be honest. It is definitely, I don't see him in as an arena characters unless you're facing a health team or some stuff like that, which Goblin team is really optimal against. I think that you should not be playing this in the arena right now because they're just so much bigger metas available right now for arena. So this is definitely not an arena team with the Goblin, but I still want to use to show you guys arena gameplay because that is one of the requested thing. And here you can see the damage 45,000 damage, almost the same as General Murdoch, then more damage than these two, then more damage than Dr. Frank. So second best damage in this team, which was really not an optimal team obviously. So next, guys, we're going to be jumping in tier 8 raid, and the only phase that this guy is actually good for is actually the first phase. So well, if we count the first phase is the first phase, so we're gonna jump in there. But obviously this guy is a key point of phase 4. So if you get to phase 4, like I said, guys, video in top right corner for the full Goblin team against phase 1 to phase 4 in the raid, you can check that out. But in phase 4, this guy is a game changer in my opinion, so definitely worth checking out, guys. So let's jump in here. Let's showcase this team in raid. Phase 1 here. You're gonna see this guy is gonna be a big key of this fight, because all his summons are gonna be taking so much heat. That is gonna be awesome. And sorry guys if you hear some background noise, kiddo trying to play some piano. He's cute though. He is very cute. Anyway, let's start this fight. Again, we're gonna be playing that on autoplay as always, guys. We showcase autoplay because that we have very solid build on test server, so we are not, it's not a great reference what we're doing. So I set autoplay, so that tells you about what's going to be able to do normally on live server on manual play pretty much. So here you see we restore one ability to this low piggy, and the more it goes, the more piggy we'll have and the more damage Gorram will do. But not only the damage, but also the little piggy can actually take some heat away from the other characters. You know, if RNG is with you, you know, when the talent is not at home, sometimes they will get targeted, which will definitely be a game changer. Okay, let's switch back here. So you can see we're starting to have two little piggy. They do little attacks. They don't do that much damage. Well, 1.5k damage is actually not that bad. So they still do a little bit of damage, which is pretty useful. Now we have 3 piggy out. So Gorram is starting to do even more damage when he's not getting dodge, obviously. And all those little piggy, when one attack, the other one assists, which create a huge pattern of doing more damage, obviously. Which is actually pretty great. You can see all the damage they're doing. Imagine that on the dragon face, where they just keep doing that and remove the shield over and over, so you can actually do some crazy attack, which is pretty awesome. This is actually not a bad fight. We're going to be doing close to 20% damage on this fight, which is actually pretty damn great. We haven't taken too much damage here, and all those piggy, we have 4 little piggies out now. And they're definitely doing the job. A lot of people don't really look at those little piggy, and they're actually outstanding. They do a very great work. See, here, Pigwall is actually the characters we're going to be reviewing tomorrow, and you saw here, he's just snipe little baddie one shot here. That was crazy. That was ridiculous. And now we're about almost dead, but you can see this team still, thanks to the little piggy, did about 21% of the damage, which is actually outstanding. Second best team to actually face phase 1 here, 666,000 damage. And you can see this guy did almost as much damage as General Murdoch, so you can see the amount of damage. But obviously Pigwall is like just outstanding, which we're gonna be taking a look at tomorrow, and you're gonna understand why he is so OP. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, guys. This is how YouTube know that they should be sharing this video more. The more likes we have, the more we share, the more YouTube will share my content. Also guys, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel for daily Dragon Champion video and live stream. We stream every single night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You all enjoy your time playing Dragon Champion, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.